Okay, Steve Bergen here. Let's get into more depth with tabs and margin markers. Okay, so if you have our word processing exercise in front of you, you'll see that we have a section called tabs and margin markers, and it has stuff about the catcher in the rye. But I want to do this more in depth with you, so I'm going to create a brand new document, and I will try to type something in large font size so that you can read it better. Okay, so do 11:7, and let's make that nice and large. The wrong way to type up an assignment sheet or a resume is to go space, 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 and then tell the kids read pages 100 to 101 to 110 of the book. Whoops. And I'll go carriage return or enter. I'll go space, space, space over here of the book and answer questions 1, 2, 5. Whoops. So I'll press return and I'll press space, 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 and I'll go 5. This is the wrong way to do it. Also wrong is this. Do 11:8 tab or 2 tabs, read pages 100 to 110 of the book, and then when you run out, you press return and you go tab, 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 and answer questions. Return, tab, 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 1 to 5 for Monday. Both methods are wrong. Here's the only right way. Do 11:9. You press tab once, just once. Wherever it goes, you press it once. You now type in whatever you want to type, and you don't worry about where it scrolls, because you're going to use the power of margin markers to solve that situation. So you read those pages of the book and answer questions 1 to 5 for Monday. And then you highlight this section, hopefully using the shift-click trick, and you go to the right-hand side. That's called the right margin marker or the right indent. You go to the right margin marker or the right indent, and you click on it, and you drag it and move it in, and that changes the right margin of the body. On the left-hand side, there are 2 things, not one, but they're good friends, so when you move one, they both move. But what you're going to do is move one so they both move, and then move the top one so it moves back. I sometimes call the top one the cowboy, and the bottom one is the horse. So I'm putting the cowboy, the top one, at 0, and I'm putting the horse at 1.5. And now you have the writing format for doing this. Do 11:10, 1 tab. And now you type whatever you want the students to read, and it's outdented. This is the correct way to do it. Doing it with spaces, which was our first example, or doing it with tabs, which is our second example. No way. No way do we want that. Right? We will make those red. Those are bad. I'm sorry. That's the wrong way to do it. This is the correct way to do this, and this applies to resumes as well. I'll do a new document because I know that it's good to have reinforcement of this stuff. I want to type up a resume. I'll grab a larger font for your eyes. 1973, tab. Always tab after that. Graduated from college as a math major and started teaching in a school in Charlottesville, Virginia. Called St. Anne's Belfield School. After you type a sentence, putting one tab in between here and here, you then highlight what you have, or you use the shift-click trick to highlight. You go to the right-hand side, you move it a little bit, which is really not necessary. It's just giving you confidence that you know what you're doing. And then the left, you'll find the cowboy and the horse. You move the horse, which is the bottom one, and the cowboy comes along for a ride. And then you go to the cowboy up top, and you put the cowboy by itself over to the left. And now you have a format for doing a resume. The next one, whatever, 1975, tab, always one tab, moved to a school in Connecticut called Worcester School, where I was teaching math and computers. Okay? Hope this helps, and you got to practice and try this. There'll be more lessons to get you better at tabs and margin markers, but now we're getting into a little bit more depth with tabs and margin markers. Okay? Hope this helps. Thanks. Bye, everybody.